Hello everybody, here we are, and let's simply get started from here on. And first of all, it's good to just check the status of the live, exactly how things are going on and all. And after that, we are gonna be going ahead. Things are like they seem to be okay, so that should not be problematic. But let's see exactly what's gonna be happening here. So coming back to this live WebRTC. I hope I'm audible and all and everything's clear. Once I'm sure that everything's clear, I will get started with the same project, and hopefully all the bugs that we were facing yesterday, we will resolve all of them today itself. I will get started with the same project, and hopefully, yeah, that's done. And let me just simply turn the chats off. It's been quite long time, but it's good to just simply turn them off. And let's simply turn this particular option off. So okay, overall setup is ready, so I can just simply get started from here on. And when it comes to that particular project, so for that thing I can just simply go here, and I hope the screen is actually being shared. I will be checking that soon. And that was actually Let's Talk app that I was working on. So let's simply code, open with code, VS Code. Once it is open, then I will be just simply going ahead. So over here I just made some changes yesterday. First of all, I was checking, the thing is that whenever the media is set, so whenever the user joins, so media is set automatically, okay. And as the media is set, offers are created, and offers are created on both sides, all the sides. Like if there are more than one user, so at that time offers are gonna be created. What offer is gonna be created on the host side, first of all, this thing, because yeah, that's kind of okay. Whenever a user joins, at that time I create the connection, right? So create the connection. So yeah, offer is going to be created on the host side as well as the participant side. And once the offer is actually created, then that particular offer will be attached to the PC object, so it will be attached. So I will be just simply kind of adding the offer in the local description, then I will get the ice candidates and all. So this is how the things are gonna be going on. But not only that, once the offer is created, I will be sending the offer to the other participant. And it could be that I got the remote offer. What is actually happening over here, I got a remote offer before I have set my local description, and because of this thing I was just simply getting the error and all. And what am I doing here? Coming back to this socket.ts, not socket.ts actually. Whenever I'm getting the creating the inside the peer manager, whenever I'm creating this peer connection, so I'm first of all I'm checking whether that connection state is stable or not, and after that making offer becomes true, and when everything gets done, so making offer becomes false. As for this making offer, I'm actually gonna be maintaining the state. So I have 3 states over here when it comes to these features. Features meeting, it's not gonna be inside meeting media, because inside meeting media I have media related stuff. So inside meeting slice, and inside meeting slice I will have a state, and that is making offer or something. So coming back to this, that is actually a making offer. So let's simply get rid of it from here, and here I will have one more state, making offer. That's actually gonna be false by default, and under current participant somewhere here, making offer, that's actually gonna be a boolean, just like this. So this much is done. And as for setting the value, set make offer, set meeting info, set current, open join model, and I will have one more, and that's gonna be make offer here. So maybe just under this, set make offer, and this is actually gonna be somewhat like this. And when it comes to set make offer, so I will be getting the state, and I will be getting the action as well. And state dot making offer is actually gonna be equals to action dot payload. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Set make offer, or set, it would be better, set making offer, and it's actually gonna be like this. And once I've set that, I will have to export it from here. So just under this I will have set making offer, so that it's importable. Once I've done this much, after that I'm gonna be coming back here, and do I have dispatch here? So this is a create peer connection and this peer connection doesn't really have the value of that. In that case, where am I creating the peer connection? As soon as the new user joins. So inside signaling.ts, do I have dispatch here? Yeah, I do have. So inside this, whenever I'm creating the new connection, that needs to be created somewhere here, not here actually, maybe in this particular section, create, and I'm sending the connection ID. Apart from that particular thing, I'm gonna be passing the dispatch as well, and same thing is actually gonna be happening here too. So I'm gonna be passing dispatch from here too. So this much is done. Going to go to this again, I'm getting connection ID, just a minute. Alrighty, so dispatch, the type of this dispatch is actually gonna be dispatch. I hope there is a type for this. React toolkit, this is fine. And once I got the dispatch here, so I'm gonna be back here, making offer, and dispatch set making offer, and I need to give it the payload, and that payload is actually gonna be true. So set making offer is actually gonna be true here, and just at the end I have to make it false. So set making offer is actually gonna be false here. So I've done this much. Apart from this particular thing, whenever when it comes to signaling .ts over here, so ultimately this much is done. So let's collapse them. Now I'm gonna be getting the WebRTC signal. As I'm getting the WebRTC signal, either I will have the peer connection, or I will just create the peer connection. And when it comes to this peer connection, I'm passing two things, from and dispatch. If I have it here, of course I have it, so I'm gonna be passing that. If I don't have, I'm gonna return that. Not only that, after that I'm gonna be checking whether offer collision actually happens or not. So if the type is actually offer and making offer is true, and pc dot signal state is not equals to stable, that simply means I mean either of these situations. So that's equals to for offer, and if making offer is true, or pc dot signal is not stable, at that time this is gonna be offer collision. And is polite, for now assume participant is polite. You should derive this from is host later. Is host later. Ignore offer, and that's gonna be not is polite, and offer collision. Okay, after that what if offer, ignore offer, in that case ignoring offer collision. This is how things are gonna be going on. Let me go back to the example that ChatGPT gave me earlier. There is something called polite and impolite. So host is most probably gonna be impolite, and other participants, they are going to be polite. But how does it work? That is what I have to figure out. And I think I asked about for this thing at last. So let me just look for that, and I'll be continuing from here on. So not this particular section. There were 2 responses that I got. That's interesting. So over here on negotiation and making offer, I set it, and once that was set, and over here what am I getting? Making offer and ignore false, and is polite. For now assume participant is polite. Okay, I'm assuming it here. Okay, no need to assume. First of all, let's go to the another one over here. So whenever I'm getting that, so first of all I'm checking that. After that, offer collision, this ignore offer if not polite, and offer collision actually happens. Not polite in the sense that is not the host, then ignore that. But before even that, making offer, I need to go through it from the beginning. Okay, from here. Perfect. So this much is done. After that, this means both peers are creating offers. That is the problem. Yeah. And what is happening internally? Sequence host creates offer, participants creates offer at the same time. Host receives participants offer. Host state becomes have remote offer. Host receives tries to create or set local offer. Boom, invalidate state error. That's right. And why this is happening in your code? You are likely creating offer inside on negotiation needed, and also creating offer when receiving inform the participant about others. It is mainly being created inside this, so both sides start negotiation, so it actually starts negotiation at the same time. Correct solution, perfect negotiation pattern. You must introduce two things: making offer and polite. Polite is gonna be one peer must be polite, so host is actually gonna be polite by default, and participant is gonna be impolite. Host is gonna be impolite and participant is gonna be this. So fix is assign. When creating peer connection, is polite is gonna be current, participant is host. Okay, first of all let's get this thing done. So ultimately I'm going to have two things here, right? If that is a host, then that's gonna be impolite, otherwise that's gonna be polite. So let's even have this state. So inside this meeting, I am making offer, and the another state that I'm supposed to be having over here, that's gonna be impolite. So going back to this feature here, not meeting option, feature meeting slice. This time I'm gonna be having one more, and that's gonna be, all these things are directly related to the meeting, right? So making offer, and the another one is gonna be is polite, and that's gonna be false by default. So, or just polite. Polite is gonna be false. It depends. By default I'm setting it to false, and if someone joins that, then as per that the value is actually gonna be changing. So when it comes to this particular polite, and let's exactly say how this polite is gonna be playing the role here, but overall things should be fine. Set polite, right? Just under this, set polite, and as usual I will be getting the state, I will be getting the action once I'm getting them, and in here I will have to set state dot polite. The value of is gonna be action dot payload. This is how it's gonna be going on, and of course I'm gonna be setting polite over here. So this is how things are gonna be going on, and I need to export this polite from here so that I can actually use this. So set polite, so it's been exported. And coming back to this peer connection, what else do I have to do? After that, whenever the participant joins the meeting, when assigning the role, so when creating peer connection, at that time I have to just simply kind of assign this value as well, and this value is being assigned where create peer connection, and this peer connection only gets the connection ID. So in that case I can go to this media container, not media, signaling. So signaling.ts over here, when I'm informing others about new participant, at that time what do I have to do? I need to know about the new participant. So I already have the info of this new participant over here, and I'm just simply informing others. So others are going to be informed. In that case, Over here I'm getting the information about how will I know about the current participant. So if the new user joins, right, at that time, whenever the new user joins, I'm gonna be informing the new user itself, like somewhere here. So inform new participant about others. When that new participant is being informed about others, I'm gonna be setting the type here. And before even creating the connection, set polite, and that will be set dispatch meeting is set polite, and the value is actually gonna be just opposite to the participant that I have. Current participant dot is host, just opposite to that. So if the current participant is host, in that case polite is gonna be false. If that is not host, then polite is gonna be true. This is how I'm gonna be going here. Just a minute, give me a moment. Alright, come on, where am I supposed to be? Here. So this set polite, I'm just simply setting it over here, and whenever a user joins, this particular function will definitely run, except in one case, if that is a host. And if that is a host, I'm just simply I have this particular event here for the host, especially connect host. So in that case, I will have to just call it here itself. So when connecting the host, at that time I'm gonna be setting the value here. So this should be going on, most probably yes. So if the host joins, at that time I'm not creating the connections. When other participant joins, at that time I'm gonna be creating the connections, and other participants are gonna be informed. Set polite, but set polite value is directly gonna be added here. So dispatch set polite, and this is gonna be just opposite to the new participant that I have in connection ID. So this is how I'm just simply setting the value of polite. And now the question is, how will I be using this? So I've set the values, update offer logics. First of all, making offer, okay, fine. And this is how I'm just simply tracking that. Then collision handling when receiving. So okay, fine. Offer collision, how will I check the offer collision? I'm checking whether the making offer is true or not, and after that PC signal state and all. Okay, this is fine. And then ignore offer, in which case, if is polite, the value of this is polite. Okay, so if not is polite, not is polite in the sense that is a participant, because is polite, if not is polite, that means that is a host, and offer collision happens, at that time I have to return it. So if not is polite, so that is not is polite, so that simply means that is the host, and offer collision happens. So I'm gonna be ignoring it from here, as simple as that. What is the use of this impolite? Is polite will be, I mean, other participants are gonna be polite, host is going to be impolite. So if there is a host that is trying to create the offer and all, or getting the kind of offer from the other peer, so if that is the host and I got this, then ignore this. And if it is false, if that is not the host and offer collision still happen, then do not ignore this. So ignoring offer, impolite pair in the sense that is the host. So ultimately host should be just getting the things done. Let me ask this question here. Why am I ignoring when the user is not polite that means is a host and not when that is a participant. And apart from this particular thing, I'm actually doing nothing else, right? So if that is a host, if both peers create the offer, in that case, if that is a host, ignore coming offer. If that is a participant, yes. So it simply means I will be getting the offer only from the participant side. So whenever it happens, so okay, I need to allow one should be sending the offer. Right now both of them were sending the offer or setting the offer. That was the issue. So only one offer survives, and that is gonna be the offer from the participant side, and it's kind of understandable. So what will happen after fix? Offer created, both of them created the offer, invalid state error. So at that time host created the offer, participant created the offer, and then answer created, connection stable, no crash. Right now, are you creating offer inside on negotiation needed? And yes, that's double triggering, and also manual peer. So let me tell you, I'll correct this. Okay, that is fine. I mean, I don't even need to ask this question. The thing is that both of them are gonna be creating the offer, and I have to only allow one to set the offer at a time, and that's what I'm doing here. So if that is the host, that will not be setting the offer. If that is not the host, that will be setting the offer. So if I collapse this thing, come back to this particular stuff here, let's collapse this as well. Same is gonna be happening here. And inside peer manager, I have this create connection, and first of all I'm just simply setting the offer here. So on negotiation needed, of course offer is gonna be created, but I will be setting the local, I mean both of them are gonna be creating the offer. That's great. And inside this signaling.ts, whenever I get that WebRTC signal, at that time I'm gonna be checking if that is the host or not, because first of all host should create the offer, and the another person should just simply set the offer on the remote side. So for now, assume participant is polite. You should derive this from is host later. So let's simply get rid of this, and I'm gonna be directly getting the value of is polite. So by the way, I can even name it better. So going back to this, when it comes to this polite thing over here, so this polite value is gonna be like is polite here. This makes more sense. Control C. Is polite, it will be polite for other users, impolite for the host itself. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Set is polite. Coming back to this one, set is polite. So I've done this much. I'm even setting them, I think, somewhere. So going back to this, it is already being set somewhere. So I'm getting the error here for what reason? There is an error here. Okay. Set meeting info, set polite. Okay, the value is actually gonna be is polite right now. So this is how it should be resolved. Going back to signaling, so inside signaling, whenever I'm getting them, so kind of whenever I'm informing the new participant, here I should be getting the error, that is set polite. Right now I don't really have set polite. Set is polite. The same thing is gonna be happening with the host. So set is polite. I'm gonna be getting rid of this, and I need to go to the host, and inside this the value should be set is polite. And coming back to this offer collision, so I will be checking the value of this is polite. So for this particular thing, const is polite is actually gonna be equals to store that I have. I already have it, get state, and meeting dot is polite. So I will get the value of is polite. As I have the value of is polite, now I will check. If not is polite, that simply means that is not the host. Only then that should be able to set the offer. So I got, and if there is no offer collision in both the cases, it should be just simply going on ignore offer and return and otherwise I'm just simply gonna be setting the remote description and all, creating the answer, everything will happen as expected. So let's see whether it works or not. Overall, whatever the error was, most probably that has been resolved. npm run dev. It's gonna take some time to just simply rebuild the things and all. Okay, it's done. Let's simply open it. Next.js usually takes a little more time to compile the stuff compared to React.js and all, but okay, that's fine. It only happens on the development mode. So this much is done. And one more thing, I need to rebuild this project one more time because in this, while working on this, I actually took the help of AI quite a lot. I even structured my whole code, so it's better to just rebuild this so that things get even clearer. By the way, how long will it take? Okay, it is here. Login, create a meeting. Let's enter the name. That's gonna be unstoppable. So I am inside the meeting, asked to connect, so the user actually connected, that is the host as well. Let's keep it somewhere here, or let's simply unpin it from here. So this much is done. After that, what can I say? Get rid of this particular notification. I can just simply turn on the video and all. So yeah, this is working. Forget about the background, it doesn't really matter. And gonna be turning it off. I can ask another user to join the same room. So this is gonna be quite interesting this time. Keep it on the left side, keep it on the right side. Of course I will have to inspect it because most probably I will be facing the errors as well. So host got connected right now. This is the ID of the host. Coming back to this one, another user will try to join. The name is actually gonna be Vipendra. Enter. So I'm actually gonna be allowing it from here, but before even that, let's go to the console. This is the socket connection that got connected. Allow it, and I got the errors. And what is the error? The error is about what? It is just simply saying that update link component while rendering different component auth layout to locate with the auth. Okay, this is not problematic. Socket connection got created. So I got a join request, that's fine. After that, offer created. So as soon as offer got created, that's okay. And after that, signaling web server, ignoring offer collision. Okay, event track. So this particular section definitely ran. So host is ignoring that, that's fine. And that's not good actually. Okay, coming back to this one, host ignored that, and over here event offer created. Once the offer is actually created, sending WebRTC, offer is being created twice. Is that the problematic thing? Event track, and after that sending event on track, sending WebRTC signal on track, sending WebRTC invalid here. Failed to execute set remote description on RTC peer connection. Failed to set remote answer. Called in wrong state stable. So failed to execute set remote description. That means I am getting the answer. So ultimately what happened? Host created the offer for the first time. As the host created the offer, I mean both of them created the offer, but host actually ignored this, so collision happened. So host is not setting that at the remote description, and the offer actually goes here. And once the offer goes here, so set remote description on RTC peer connection. Failed to set remote answer SDP. Called in wrong state. So it is actually being called in wrong state, so when the state is actually stable. So whenever I am actually getting the offer over here, so even before that I'm just simply checking, I mean Am I not checking here? PC signaling state, if that simply means that's gonna be offer collision, and this state needs to be checked for all. So at the end of the day, offer collision, and when the offer collision happens, on the basis of that thing I'm checking the value of this. This should not happen. Rather I have to just check this thing separately here. So let's go with this making offer, and this is gonna be deciding whether offer collision is actually happening or not. Apart from this particular thing, if the state is actually not equals to stable. Nope, what was the issue here? Called in wrong state is stable. So whenever I'm setting the remote description cannot be called in stable. This is insane. Coming back to this, let it be like this. It is just simply this is the issue that I'm getting from here. So when I'm setting the payload, as soon as I got the offer, I'm calling it inside state stable. So the question is gonna be, or let's simply paste it here, Control C. Can't I set the local description when the state is actually stable? That's interesting. So when the state is actually stable, at that time I'm trying to set the local description, and I'm not able to do that. In that case, let's see. This is the second classic WebRTC error. Invalid state error. Failed to execute set remote description on RTCP pair connection. Failed to state. Okay. Called in stable state. Okay. What this means, you are trying to set remote answer while connection is already in signaling stable, but an answer can only be set when the state is have local off. Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. This is obviously, and this usually means you received an answer, but you never successfully set local offer, but you already completed negotiation, and or you are receiving duplicate answer. So that is right. What is actually happening over here? I received the answer, but I never really set the local offer, because that the thing is that both of them are setting local description directly, but you received the answer, you never successfully set the local offer. So as soon as I received the answer, you never successfully set the local offer, or you already completed negotiation and you are receiving duplicate answers. So when PC remote description is there is no local offer pending, so WebRTC throws the error. You are likely have one of these duplicate answer events. So you ignored an offer due to glare, but still processed its answer. You are calling the create RTCP connection twice. RTCP connection twice. Your PC reference is not the same. Okay. An answer must only be processed when signaling state is equals to have local offer. Okay. Coming back to this. Chrome WebRTC internals, and signaling state is actually stable here. The second one, signaling state is actually stable. The third one, it is still stable. So ICE connection is actually completed, and here checking. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Coming back to this one, signaling state is actually stable. So nothing is actually happening as such. Offer created. It could be I'm creating the offer twice. Offer creation is actually happening twice. Why is that so? when I'm actually creating the offer that is inside here. I'm missing something. Okay, let's simply do one thing. First of all, check how many times I'm creating the offer. In order to check that, how many times I'm creating the offer, I'm going to inform the new participant, I'm going to inform the other participant, and two peer connections are going to be created in that case. Okay, so when I'm actually informing the participants here, so not connect host in this particular section, create peer connection, I'm just simply sending the connection ID, right? But here event inform new participant about others, and what is the new participant here? So the current participant that I actually have dot name. So I'm gonna be logging the name of the current participant, so that is going to be the new participant. The question is how many times it gets logged. And the second thing is here, inform others about the new participant. So when I'm actually informing here others, so event inform others about the new participant, and new participant dot name. So when I'm actually informing others, at that time it needs to be running, and over here it needs to be running whenever the new participants joins. So let's check this thing, close this. Okay, start the server again, and let's check this thing out whether it's actually gonna be, of course this is gonna be debugging thing and all. So let's name it A, just make it quick. Once this is A, coming back to this one, this is actually gonna be B, and of course I'm gonna be naming it B. So this is done, and then I can allow it from here. As I allowed it at that time, I'm going to get the info of the new participant over here. So new participant joined, and I got a join request, inform others about new participant, and that was B when I actually informed others, and a new participant joined. Okay, so this is the main thing, inform others about new participant. It happened only once. Okay, and failed to execute set local description on RTC peer connection, failed to set local offer SDP, called in wrong state, have remote offer. This time it already has the remote offer. Okay, interesting. In this particular section, first of all, inform others about new participant, and inform new participant about. Okay, why am I getting this here? This particular event, ultimately it is getting triggered twice, so two participants are getting created, so this could be the issue. So ultimately what is happening, whenever the participant B tries to join, as that time that participant should be getting only this one, inform new participant about others, but it is actually getting another event, and that is inform others about new participant. So whenever a participant joins, at that time the other participant should not be getting this, but that participant is actually getting it. So in that case, let's go to the signaling state, not signaling state, socket.ts. So socket.ts backend src. Coming back to this, whenever the user actually grants the permission, and over here I'm using socket, inform new participant about others. So new participant is getting informed, but this thing is not working as expected. io.2 is just simply informing everybody in the sense including uh, I'm still using the meeting ID. That is the issue. Instead of using the meeting ID over here, I should be using other. What is the problem? Participants.connection ID. So once I'm actually using the connection ID over here, so it will not be sent there. Let's see whether what's gonna be happening now, or it's gonna be working or not. So first of all, that was something I did by mistake, I think, because I was supposed to be putting the connection ID only there. So A, this is done. Control C, Control V, enter, and B, here I am. I can allow it from here. So at least this much got done. This much in the sense this one is getting inform others about new participant, and then it has the invalid state. Okay, that can be checked later. And when it comes to this one, so at that time socket inform new participant, and existing array offer is getting created only once. That is a good thing, and that's it. So over here inform others about new participants, I got that. And after that, on track, invalid state. So failure to execute set local description on RTC VPI connection, failure to call on have remote offer. So it is like it already gets the remote offer, and because of that thing it is unable to set the local description. Okay, so have local offer already, right? Sorry, remote offer. So in that case, what is happening, by the time the host actually tries to set the offer, it already got that from the other user side. Okay, as it got the offer from the other user side, how am I managing it inside signaling? So signaling dot, not this, signaling dot ts, and as soon as I get the offer over here, what am I doing? I'm checking this offer collision, and why is this not working? Making offer, whenever I got the offer, right? This particular section. So I'm setting the remote description. I have to just simply ignore this. For now. So offer collision, and where do I have to ignore this? If that is a host, so on the host side I don't have to set it. That simply means type offer, making offer, that's gonna be true. PC signaling state, that's gonna be stable, and I forget about that. Is polite, so the value of is polite is actually gonna be false by default, and if that is a host, that actually becomes true. CLG is polite, it's actually gonna be equals to is polite here, and CLG ignore offer, that's actually gonna be equals to ignore offer. So the other things I'm gonna be logging, and let's close this. That was bad, but now Control Shift 50, can I do that? Let's keep it on the left side, get rid of this. Coming back to this, restart it, reload the page, A, Control Shift C, and come here, enter. Of course the user is gonna be joining the room, so B, allow. Over here, console. By the way, this is going to the host. So what is actually happening here, the value of the host is polite is actually gonna be false. Is polite is actually false all the time. The value of is polite ignore offer, making offer. Let's simply get rid of this first. This making offer should be coming const making offer, and that's gonna be equals to store dot get state dot meeting dot making offer. So I'm gonna be getting the value of that, and how about this? Okay, I'm already getting the value of it here. Let's keep the things here, and whenever this gets called, I'm already checking. Meeting polite. Let's simply get rid of this. Let's simply get rid of this as well. From here I will be getting two things, making offer and is polite. So I'm gonna be getting two things once I got them. After that they are being used inside this only, right? So let's simply use them here. So I'm gonna be getting them here. Once I got them, I'm checking the collision and all, and then this should be working fine. Time to try one more time. Okay, this is the first person. This is the second person. Allow it, and it is being ignored for the host itself. So is polite is actually false. Is polite is false. If that is a host, so host should not. Yeah, that's right. No, host should be impolite, right? So if the value of is polite is false, that's great. Ignoring offer, that's true. So collision, and after that it keeps going, and then invalid state failed to execute as add ice candidate. Now ice candidate has the problem. Okay, fine. RDC, the remote description is null, so it ignored that, and now that is equals to null. Offer created. One more thing I have to check, the ice candidate related stuff. So failed to add ice candidate on remote description null. So remote description was never set. Offer created. Offer is not even being created here. So at the end of the day, offer is actually being created. Ignore offer. Where am I creating the offer? Over here. So offer got created somewhere here. Once the offer got created, what is happening here? Once the offer got created, both of them actually created the offer, but once the offer actually got created, then nothing is happening. Once the offer got created, so what actually happened? Both of them created the offer, that's great. And once both of them created the offer, one person should be getting the offer received, but even signaling state. Signaling WebRTC, and I don't seem to be getting anything. Ignoring offer, that's okay. New participant. So what actually happens, first of all, this created the offer, and then nothing. Ice candidates got sent, and that's it, nothing else. Two people got joined on the client side. That is actually the signaling section. Over here, whenever a person joins, then what am I doing? WebRTC signal, and I'm not actually logging the value, so I need to do that. CLG event WebRTC signal. Type is actually gonna be the type, because without that I can't even check whether things are working fine or not. So this much I've done. Reload the bench. A, copy, paste. B, allow. Inspect, console, and these are the things that actually happen. So first of all, what actually happened here, offer got created here as well, and event, okay, that's fine. Is polite was false, ignoring offer, that simply becomes true. So collision happened because the offer wasn't created here and I was setting the remote description, so that's fine. And WebRTC ICE candidate, I got the ICE candidate, I got the ICE candidates, so I kept getting the ICE candidates here. And I kept getting the ICE candidate, and then the ICE candidate tried to be added. So I tried to add the ICE candidates, and that time I'm just simply getting this description, remote description here, because two things. Even offer hasn't been created yet, and then lastly I created the offer. Once I created the offer, so these ICE candidates actually came from this side. So who created the offer first? Most probably this one. And as soon as this created the offer, once the offer got created, WebRTC signal, it even got the offer. Okay, so it created the offer and it even got the offer from this side. So what am I supposed to be doing? One person creates the offer and all the people, they simply receive the offer, and they simply set and then create the answer, set it to local description. The problem is that both of them are creating the offer over here, and then that gets problematic. In that case, I have to do one thing. If that is the host, only host should be creating the offer first. Or here all of them are doing the same thing. So okay, it got that, and after that is polite is actually becomes true, ignore offer becomes false. And then it gets the ICE candidates, and ICE candidate, I mean not creating the remote description from here, ultimately answer. If the answer is not being created, that's not even being sent. So event track, ignore, is polite, type ICE candidate. So everywhere I'm only getting this thing. That simply means I'm never getting ICE candidate. So not the ICE candidate, rather the answer. Offer got created, but the issue is that both of them are creating the same offer. So what should be happening here? There are two peers, both of them are creating the offer at the same time, and it created the offer, it even sent the answer if I'm not wrong. So once the offer was, both of them created the offer, it got the offer here, it worked fine. It should be creating the answer from its own side. So let me check whether it is actually creating the answer. As soon as it got this, so CLG offer created, and then it will be creating the answer. Zip type is equals to, no, actually this one, set remote description. That was equals to answer created, and once the answer is created, I'm even sending the answer. So answer PC local description, that's actually being sent, and let's see, let's keep it here at the end as well. Keeping at the end in the sense answer created and sent, just like this. Coming back to this, npm run dev, reload the page. That's gonna be one of the first users. So A, control C, control V, enter, B, allow, inspect console, and here we are. So again, ice candidate related here I'm getting, that's fine, understandable. But first of all, where am I creating the offer here? Offer created. So okay, offer is actually created somewhere here, that's fine. Once the offer is actually created, the second one is actually getting creating the offer as well. Then WebRTC type offer, it actually got the offer. Once it got the offer, after that answer created and sent. So answer actually got created and answer was sent as well. Okay, and then it is getting the ICE candidates, that is okay. And ignore offer actually becomes false, and then I get this error. Is polite is false. Making offer, that becomes true, false. That simply means the value of ignore offer, that actually becomes false. So I haven't been getting error here because not this one, starting from here. Is polite is false, that's okay. Ignore offer true, collision happens, and I get the ICE candidate, and both of them becomes false. And this time, as both of them are false, so it will keep going on, and then as that is false, I will try to add this, and then that will cause the issue. So ignore offer. The question is, why is this being called? I should be getting the answer, so ignore offer becomes false. Okay, it's not like I should be getting the answer here, but I'm not getting the answer. Answer was sent from the other candidate side. Okay, but on track, ignore, type as candidate, type as candidates. Okay, WebRTC signal, I got that event answer, but this answer got received here. So once I got the answer, it got set, and when it got set, I got the ICE candidates as well. Failed to execute on ICE candidate, the remote description is null. Even if I got this answer, is poll id is false, that simply means it should be set. So once I got the answer, clg answer set to remote description, reload the page. B allow, and when I get the answer set to remote description. So it's been like this. Offer creation is actually happening here, so it's not like offer is being created directly. Because first of all, whom am I informing? So the person who gets informed first, offer will be created for that particular first person. So and as soon as that person creates the offer, ice candidates will be sent. So this is how it's gonna be going on. The question is on the socket.ts side, socket.ts backend, I am informing other participants and then I am informing the new participants. So if someone joins, others are going to be informed first. That's okay. If others are getting informed, they should be creating the offer. Others will be creating the offer for that particular participant. That's okay, understandable, but it does not really take quite a lot of time. So the thing is that other user just simply creates the offer and sends the as candidates and all. Over here it created the offer, okay. After that it got the type offer again. As it got the type, that offer should actually be description over here, remote description over here, that will be set. And answer created and sent. Answer is gonna be local description. And once answer was done, that's it. Let me copy it. Coming back to this, I have to figure this thing out. The thing is that I'm getting the ICE candidates even before my offer is created. So what you are doing, add ICE candidate, but remote description is null. So WebRTC cannot set the ICE candidate. That's fine, because ICE candidate starts immediately after set local description. So the flow becomes here A creates offer, peer A starts sending ICE candidates, peer B receives ICE candidates, peer B hasn't removed description yet, and this happens. The correct solution could be ICE candidate queue. So you must queue ICE candidates until a remote description is set. This is mandatory. So for stable WebRTC. So pending ICE candidates, I need to have them. So inside peer manager, let's simply copy it. Don't really have a lot of time to just write the things. So inside peer manager, at the top, I'm just gonna be having this. So they are gonna be pending ICE candidates. Once I have the pending ICE candidates, update ICE handling with this. So if remote description is available, only then do this. pc.add ICE candidate and the payload. If there is not available, then pending and push them. Okay, that's great. So coming back to this, whenever I'm adding them, remote description on ICE candidate. So whenever this is actually happening on ICE candidate, so first of all, this is where it needs to be done. Is that so? This needs to be done on ICE candidates and all. Okay. So WebRTC, whenever I get the ICE candidates, at that time I'm gonna be checking, and then we'll be getting the things done like this. So let's simply copy this particular section from here. Overall things are still fine, right? So set remote description offer pending ICE candidates inside the offer. When I got the offer flash queued, so pending ICE candidates from this, this add ICE candidates and delete pending ICE candidates from. Apart from this particular thing, if that's equals to answer, so flash queued ICE, I will still be checking that if ICE candidates actually exist. So whenever I get the answer, I have to set the answer. So remote description is gonna be set. Once the remote description is actually set, then I can just simply kind of add them here. So ICE candidates are going to be added, and inside the offer, if a pending candidates from actually exist, so const candidate of pending pc.add candidates and delete. I set the remote description over here. As soon as the remote description is actually set, then that's it. Let me copy the whole thing and see whether it actually works or not. Signaling state. Here we are. And inside this particular section, WebRTC signal. Okay, first of all, pending candidates. I'm going to be getting them from no suggestions. That simply means I'm not first of all, here I was just simply checking about the making offer and all, whether offer is actually being created. And right now the only problem is this particular section, ICE related issue. So why am I removing the previous code? Or maybe it is hallucinating, but okay, never mind. I'll have to write the code as per my need. So first of all, when it comes to this particular offer, so type offer in the sense it got the offer from the other user side. Once it got the offer, so it is just simply setting the remote description. That's fine. Once the remote description was set, and after that it is just simply checking whether there are pending candidates or not. If there are, it just simply adds them and just simply removes them, and then it creates the answer, sets it to the local description and sends it back. So this is okay. So this is the thing that's getting done inside the offer section. So inside the offer, I set the remote description. Once the remote description is actually set, I'm going to get them here, and when it comes to these candidates, I need to save them. And where? Peer connection. When I get the candidates, okay. This particular thing, pending ICE candidates, it is here, right? So let it be here, not really a big problem. I'm gonna be simply exporting it from here, and when they are actually exported, so I can just simply import them just like this. So this should be fine. So this is all about offer, and apart from the offer, if I get the answer, so I created the offer, I sent it, then answer will be received by the other user. So once that user receives the answer, so we'll be checking if not have local offer. So signal state not equals to have local offer, because I received the answer, right? In that case, set remote description payload and flush the previous ones. So okay, gonna be kind of okay. Control C. Coming back to this, whenever I get the answer, so I'm gonna be doing it this way. And lastly, if I get the ICE candidates, I will be just simply saving them there. So this is where the main thing actually happens. Control C. And if I get the ICE candidates, I'm gonna be checking whether remote description actually exists. If that does not exist, just simply add them to the pending ICE candidates. Push them simple. So this much is done. Let's see. Coming back to this, what new errors am I gonna be facing this time? Reload it. A. Okay, B, allow. Okay, not really getting the error. How about the WebRTC internals? Reload it, and I have two of them here. And ICE candidates checking connected. Connection state is actually connecting. It has the local offer, then it got the remote offer, and then it has the remote offer. That's it. Then it got stable. Okay, going back to this one. This is the issue. The first person actually got everything. The second person is haven't even got the ICE candidates. Checking, connecting, have local offer, have local offer. Okay, let's see. Coming back to this one. First of all, over here, leaving everything behind, offer got created, and it is never getting the answer, right? Who knows? So for checking that, am I logging the value here? Whenever I get that WebRTC internals type here. So WebRTC internal type, that is never getting called. So coming back to this one, offer got created, received the offer here. I created the offer, added it to the local host, local description, received the offer, kind of the answer, and after that is polite was true, ignore was false, so it was not ignored. Or answer created and sent. I sent the answer. Once the answer was sent, similarly ICE candidates are sent over and over and over, and that's it. The thing is that I got the answer over here, but that answer is not being received. So if I actually sent the answer from here, I created the offer, event WebRTC. So first of all, what am I doing here? That's equals to offer. So payload, So whatever I got in the payload, I'm just gonna be adding it to the description, remote description. And after that, what am I doing? Once the remote description is actually set on the other user side, of course, at that time it will be just simply adding all the ICE candidates. So PC add ICE candidates, all the ICE candidates got added. This should be done somewhere here. Answer and then answer sent. But the problem is I got my remote description. Okay, and local description was already set. So PC.create answer is going to be created. Then answer is coming. What the hell? The fact is that I'm already setting the local description by default. As soon as this offer got created, it got added as well. So by default, what is happening? This should not be actually happening. By default, both the peers are creating the offer, and that should not be happening, right? How can I stop this thing? Both of them are creating the offer, so I'll have to go with another way. This is not gonna be working. By default, both peers creating an offer should not happen in clean negotiation flow. If both the peers are creating offer automatically, it means your negotiation logic is not controlled properly. Why both the peers are creating the offer? So this happens because of this line on negotiation needed. I'm creating that. So on negotiation needed fires when you add tracks, tries to modify direction on track at both peers. So host adds tracks, participant also adds tracks. That is both the peers connections trigger on negotiation needed, and both create offer that causes the glare. So should not create offer. No, not in your architecture. In a typical meeting app, only one side should initiate negotiation. Usually host creates the offer and participants waits. So use a perfect negotiation pattern to safely handle collisions. Clean solution recommendation for you. Since you already have host and participant roles, only host should create the offer. That's the simplest stable approach. How to fix this? So inside this, on negotiation needed, I'm gonna be checking whether that particular user is actually a host or not, and that does make sense. So if current participant is not a host, in that case just simply skip this, and if that is a host, then I'm gonna be creating the offer, and this is how things are gonna be done. So don't really have time to just simply write this stuff. It's kind of copy paste and simply check whether it actually works, and later we can of course remake this or rebuild this, so that's not gonna be a problem. So inside of this peer connection, actually whenever this negotiation happens, this particular section, so inside this particular section I got this section here, right? So I'm gonna be changing few things. First of all, this needs to be added at the top. So just here I'm gonna be adding this current participant. The thing is that how will I get the current participant? On create peer connection. So const current participant is actually gonna be equals to store dot get state dot meeting dot current participant. So this is how I can get the value of the current participant. And what is the issue here? Is possibly null. So if current participant actually exists and this particular thing, then return, and this patch is stable. Overall things are fine. So Control C, Control V, host created the offer. So first of all, I'm just simply even setting this patch making sure. Okay, so get rid of this. even this patch is not going to be required in that case, like this making true or not, because at that time only one user is gonna be joining, right? So I mean one user will be creating the offer, so this should be fine. Even this is not gonna be needed, but let's see whether it works or not. Coming back to this again, both of them were creating the offer and that was the issue, and this time only one is gonna be creating. So let's see. It's good to let only one user create the offer, another one is gonna be creating the answer and setting that. A, Control C, Control V, B, allow. Okay, so what is actually happening here? Inspect it. So no host is keeping offer creation. Okay, that's great. Then it gets the offer. That's amazing. Once it gets the offer, ICE candidate, and after that answer. Where is the answer? Answer created and sent. Okay, once the answer got created and sent over here, offer created, I received the answer. Once I received the answer, coming back to this one, this particular one is connection state connected, this one is connected as well. Have local offer is stable, have remote offer. That simply means even if I click on this, nothing will happen. Yeah, as expected, because still there are some issues in the sense, first one, ICE candidate got connected and connected, have remote offer and stable, so it got the remote offer. Okay, when I actually sent the answer, the second one I'm talking about over here, it has the local offer. That's great, but how about the answer? In that case, what can I do? In that case, answer created and sent. Answer created in the sense remote description was set. Sorry, local description and remote description, both of them are set. So this is this particular section, and here I only had the local description, and apart from the local description, I'm getting one event here, and that is coming back to this. Okay, type answer. So I definitely got the answer. The thing is that now I have to check whether that answer is actually being set or not, and that answer is just kind of once I receive that, I will have to set that too. So as soon as I receive the answer inside signaling, so here if that is equals to the answer, tc.signaling is state if not equals to have local offer, then I have to set the answer, but it is definitely gonna be equals to pc.signaling state, and if that's equals to, then it will be returned. Okay, then setting the remote description, I mean CLG answer is set. Let's check this thing out too, and then I'm adding the ICE candidates, and that's it. Reload it. Okay, come on. This is actually gonna be a Control C, Control V. This is actually gonna be B. I'll have to allow. Answer is set. Really? Answer created and sent. In that case, first of all, I will not be facing this issue. So, but even before that, it should be working fine. And what is actually happening inside this WebRTC internals? First one has the local offer, and the second one does not really have that. Only have the local offer here. Okay, so on negotiation needed, create offer. Offer gets saved. After that, this on ICE candidate, it gets the ICE candidates. The ICE candidates gets triggered, and after that, set remote description. अरे यार क्या कर दिया? Sorry. So where was I? Set remote description type answer section 3. Set remote description on success. On signaling state change. So remote answer on signaling state transfer receive. Let me copy the whole thing from here this time. Control C. One user is unable to set the offer number for what? Ultimately, it gets the answer. Maybe that answer is not getting set to the remote description and all. So have local offer. This is perfect negotiation life cycle. So it means offer created, answer received, ICE completed, DTLS completed, media fine, no signaling errors. So ICE candidates pair. So ICE candidates are paired. Both pairs are on the same local network. No stem reflexive candidate needed. Media outbound RTP. Okay. The question is, why do I have only local offer after local offer? Why do I have only? Why do you only see have local offer and not a remote offer? Important. WebRTC internals is per peer. So why do you only see have local offer and not remote peer? But WebRTC internals is okay. So shows the state of for the RTC peer connection instance. So what you are saying is from one side what happens on the peer is have local offer. What happened on this peer have local of new have local offer is stable. This means this peer created the offer and let the local description offer. It received the answer, search remote description answer, negotiation completed. Why you don't see remote offer? Because this peer did not receive an offer first. It created the offer, so its state path is have local offer and is stable. On the other peer you would see you would see have remote offer and is stable, receive the offer, set remote description, created answer. So on the other peer somewhere here have remote offer, yeah, at the end of the day what they have, and that's fine. So have remote offer is stable, set remote description, created answer, set local description is stable. So why state doesn't show all transitions? So you will only see the state that happened on that peer, not both sides combined. WebRTC does not know. Okay, so that simply means if I turn the video on, if it is actually connected, or it is connected, it is also connected. In that case, coming back to this one, if I turn it on now, why is not anything being changed here? So the thing is that video is not being shared for some reason if it is actually connected. This is one of the first ones. Coming back to this, this is the have remote offer. Is the connection ready? And if yes, then why don't I see the video on the other side? Keep in mind that I am just enabling and disenabling, especially whenever I enable. So do I have to modify? No, it should be working directly, right? Don't you think so? In that case, what am I missing? Connection is established, but why am I not able to see the video? The connection is ready. ICE candidates, okay, that's fine. Offer completed, ICE candidates completed, TLS completed, transport connected. Now the real question, why don't you see on the other side? And you added I'm just enabling, that is the key. Most likely cause video track, you are doing video track enabled false. When enabled false, the track is still sent, but it sends black frames. Remote side receives video, but sees the black screen. Connection works, video they did this. So how to confirm? Open WebRTC internals, check inbound RTP video. Inbound RTP video, frames for increasing and decreasing, then video is being received. It's just black because track.enable is false. So when you disable is enabled. So you are muting the camera, not stopping the transmission. Remote still sees a video track but on black frames. So this is your correct behavior. Another possible cause, you never enable camera. You initialize stream like disable. You never set it to enable. The remote will always see black. The third possible cause, on track source object streams 0. So on track I have to check track received and stream. If this logs track is arriving. Okay, quite a lot, many things that need to be checked. But the most important part is gonna be this on track section. So inside peer connection, manager here. Whenever I get this on track thing, event on track, it's like, yeah, I am getting this, and I'm just simply adding the stream. So it's like I got the stream. Once I got the stream, that is given media stream, and that is saved here. Remote stream connection ID, and once I have that stream that I had earlier, stream.add track, that particular track is going to be added. Okay, once, what do I have to log here? For login and checking purpose, Control Shift C, and I'm gonna be pasting it here. Now in order to check it, let's close this. Restart this, come back to this one, reload the page. This is of course gonna be A, and Control C. The another one is gonna be B. They join. Once they join, at last on track video, they received media stream, and got the media stream. What about this side? Streams, both of them got the streams. As they got the stream, that's not being shown here, so I have to check this thing out. If I enable the camera, nothing actually changes, so that simply means I am getting the streams. And if I am getting the stream, so inside media container over here, inside media container, I have these other participants, and when I'm simply looping through them, so at that time, remote reps current, so this way I will be getting those reps of the video. Once I got the reference variable of the video, after that, whenever the participant changes, so over here I am getting remote streams. So remote stream does contain that value. So video element that I have, that got just added, source object and stream. So whenever the participant changes, CLG stream added. The thing is that if I somehow added the stream, why do I see that screen, blank screen type something? Okay, this is how it's gonna be going on. Reload the page, A, and copy it, paste it here. That's gonna be B, allow, and once allowed, what was the log that I added here? Stream added. Do I have it here? Control F, stream added. So it turns out I don't really have this here. That simply means stream is never getting added. Stream added. So yeah, here we go. Steam is never ever getting added, and this is because what? How about the user state? So if I go here, reduction meeting, and when it comes to the current participant, so this is the current participant, and other participants is this. Okay, a 0th index, and I have this other participant. The thing is that what? Yeah, that's fine. It should be working. So whenever the value of other participant changes, okay, coming back to this one, redux other participants. I do have the not the current one. State meeting current participant is what? B. This is the problem. Other participant is actually gonna be B. Not really. Name is B. Host is A. And when it comes to this meeting, the name actually becomes B. Isn't this insane? How is the name going to be B here? And not only that, so this state is not working fine. Other participants B. Over here I have other participants, so both the times other participant is A. That should not be happening, right? Obviously that should not be happening. In that case, what is the problem? Whenever I'm setting the value of the current participant, the state actually changes on both the sides. In that case, what can I do? Something is definitely missing here. Close this. The problem is pretty simple and straightforward, and that is, if I just simply reload the page right now, the first user is actually unstoppable. Okay, so if I check this thing right here, so the name is actually unstoppable. Okay, and current participant is actually the information of the current participant. But as soon as the other participants joins the same, so the info gets changed. That simply means if the other participant tries to join the same meeting, so the value actually becomes empty. And if I just enter Vipendra here, it just gets replaced literally. Why is that so? Why is the state getting replaced? When am I changing the state? Whenever the new participant joins. So coming back to this one, whenever the new participant joins, that simply means signaling state. So let's simply close everything, and signaling.ts. Whenever the participant joins, that simply means answer, not here actually, WebRTC, collapse this, ignore, even this is not gonna be needed, but let it be here for now. Inform others about new participant, add participant, inform others. So I'm just simply adding new participant here. Do I really have to do it when I'm actually informing others? What does this add participant? Oh, I have to set the participants, don't I have to? uh, Add participant simply pushes set participants. That simply means more than one user. That is fine, it does the job. So signaling, whenever I'm informing others about the new participant, in that case dispatch add participant and new participant is gonna be added. So and when it comes to the current user, at that time inform new participant. So some way or the other this event is also getting triggered over here. So if I go to the log console, first of all the event that I actually got, inform others about new participant, this is okay. How about inform new participant about others? Coming back to this one, log actually, inform new participant about others, and that is Vipendra. So Vipendra joined, and that is why I'm informing Vipendra himself, and that will be added. So existing participant is gonna be unstoppable, and that's right. Coming back to this one, inform others about new participant, that's gonna be Vipendra, and new participant joined, that is this one. This person joined. And whenever the new participant actually joins, when I'm actually informing others, what am I doing? Inside this particular section, I'm just simply adding the participant. So the new participant that I had, this is just simply getting added here. And getting added in the sense, first of all I'm checking whether this belongs to that particular or not. So state other participants some, and action.payload.connection ID if it already exists. If it does, then okay. If it doesn't, add it. So what is the connection ID? That the connection ID is AAF. Unstoppable's connection ID is AAD, and I think that's what is added here. So yeah, AAD, that's fine. And the connection ID of Vipendra is AAF, and that's what I'm getting over here, and that's what I'm trying to add here. In that case, if I actually go to Redux, current participant actually becomes this AAF. Whew. So the question is going to be, why is the value being, or why is the state being changed on the why is the state being changed on the left side browser when I change it on the right side one? This is very good, and answer is actually simple once you understand how browser works. You asked why is the state being changed on the left browser when I change it on the right side one. Short answer, they are not sharing Redux state. Both browsers are dispatching the same action independently. What's really happening? You are running host in one browser tab and participant in another browser tab. When something happens like negotiation, signaling, etc., your socket server sends events to both peers. Inside your signaling a handler, you probably have something like dispatch set is polite. So right browser receives socket event dispatch Redux action. Left browser also receives socket event dispatch Redux action. Both Redux stores update, so you see similar changes in both Redux dev tools. They look synchronized, but they are not sharing state. They are reacting to the same server event. So each browser owns tab, its own JavaScript runtime, Redux store and everything. There is no shared thing. Okay. So set is polite appears on both. Dispatch set polite is polite somewhere in a signaling server, and both peers calculate is polite separately. How to prove there? The problem is the value of current participant changes as soon as the new user joins on the right side. So in the left side browser, when someone joins on the right side, this is not normal WebRTC behavior. That means you are updating the wrong slice or wrong slice of the state when new user joins. So let's break it down. What should happen? Current participants, me and other participants, others. When you a new user joins, other participants should change. Current participant should never change it. And this is reducer logic. So dispatch set meeting state other participants, or this set meeting state action in payload. That means any key inside payload will overwrite existing. So but your reducer is return state, and let me even give it my reducer. So this time first of all, whenever I'm informing new participants, at that time I'm actually adding the inform new participant about others. What am I doing? First of all, this polite is not even needed here, never mind. But when I'm actually informing new participant about others, at that time set others and set current participant, and the important part is gonna be this section. So Control C, let's simply paste it here. And apart from this particular thing, I'm going to need to have this action. And this is the action add participant that I have. Control C. Okay, so this much is done, right? So socket events and inform others about new participants and all. This is not even done, or is this done? Don't know where the error is. The thing is that both of them are getting changed at the same time. This part is not the problem. Okay, fine. Inform new participants. The real key problem is inform new participants about others. Set meeting state. Okay, so this does not seem to be the problem as well in that case. And over here this should not be even problematic. I don't know why am I getting this, or this could be because of some caching related issue. If I go to the logs, I'm mainly getting one, that is others about new participant. And when I'm actually informing others about new participant, no, this is a bigger problem. So let's check this thing out. Whenever I'm just simply adding the participants, at that time this particular section is gonna be running. CLG new participant added. This is the one, and let's close this. Apart from this particular thing, set the participants and set the current user. Now let's try this thing out right now. And this time I'm gonna be stopping this as well, and both of them gonna be turned on. And let's simply reload the page. That's actually gonna be A. That's bad. Reload it. A. And once this is done, set current user got set. That's okay. Copy it here. And this is actually gonna be B. And the B joins, I'm gonna allow it. And as I allow this, console. So over here, inform new participant about others, B, that's okay, and that's gonna be set participants and set the current participant. Both of them are actually happening. Set participants, all of them. Current one is the sense current one, and apart from this particular thing, it is working fine on this side. Over here, set current user and new participant added. That's also fine. In that case, I'm not even changing it on this side, so why is the state being changed? So as for this stage, Redux meeting, it becomes B for some reason. Is polite. Say participants. When I initialized this, it was empty. When I set the user, at that time it became B. Redux initialization, set the user. Okay, let me do one thing. Something is wrong with this state manager. I'm gonna be just removing it for a while. Or let me do one thing. Next, dev components, features, lib. Inside this list as well. Coming back to this one, let's click on this. Redux toolkit. So right now the value of the current participant is actually this, and that's only meeting participant and all. So state actually becomes like this, current participant is A. Okay, now if the other participant tries to join this, of course that's gonna be B. In that case, coming back to this one, that is still equals to A, but if I allow it, that remains A. So that was caching related issue. Okay, fine. So the error that I actually faced earlier, that was mainly because of the caching thing. Right now I'm not getting that same error. That's insane. Even caching related stuffs make it hard to figure the things out. Meeting A. It turns out it's wrong again. Whew. The current participant actually became A. In that case, this is going to be wrong. What can I do? As this value changes, and because of that thing, the videos are not quite shown here. So that is the main issue. If I fix this, the whole problem is going to be fixed. But how? And why is this even happening? Not even how. reload the page. Unstoppable is gonna be the first one. This is the user. Inside meeting I have this unstoppable over here. Control C, Control V, enter, inspect, Redux, meeting. Oh, okay, reload it first of all. Vipendra, still unstoppable. By default the state was unstoppable, then I changed the name. As soon as I changed the name, so state should be changing. I think this should happen directly. So as soon as I kind of initialized this, initialized the app, meeting this, so at that time whenever this initialization happens, just simply before even getting the socket before connecting to that, I'm just setting the meeting info. Setting the meeting info in the sense it just simply sets the meeting ID and the name, and right now that is unstoppable. Meeting ID is this. There is already a current participant. Allow. Okay, this changed, but this time both of them changed. Let's do one thing, open them on different browsers altogether. So I'm gonna be using Chrome, Brave here. I hope this will not cause the same thing. I don't know, on the same browsers I'm getting the same error over and over. So it's time to just use two different browsers and see whether am I still gonna be getting the same error. And again I need to have a Redux toolkit extension to just simply see the things and all. Redux toolkit extension, let's simply add it. It's already added. Let's simply, okay, that's already added. I can come back here, and in here I'm just gonna be joining the same meeting. Let's reload the page. Unstoppable joins the meeting. Check the state. Redux meeting unstoppable. Paste it here. That's gonna be Vipendra. Of course I'll have to allow. Why is it unable to get that? Let's simply allow it. Forget about why it is unable to get that. Redux, and if I go to the state meeting, right now it has Vipendra because that's the name I entered. If I allow this, it has Vipendra. This is unstoppable. Both the things work on different browsers. These things are working on the different browsers altogether. But even before that, new year. Why is this even happening? Why is the state being changed automatically? That is insane. I can allow it or I can deny it, and same thing if I try to do over here. Okay. Allow. First of all, this allow here as well. Camera can be allowed only on the one browser at a time, and because of that thing I'm facing this issue. Interesting. If I turn the camera on, I never even allowed this. If I turn this on, this is going to be allowed on this side but not on the other side. This sucks. Okay, then let's do one thing. I'll have to go with only one browser at a time. This is the first thing, and going with one browser, then managing the state on the states don't conflict on two browsers, but they start conflicting when it comes to only one browser. So let me do one last thing here. Inside signaling state, inform new participant and then inform other participants. So inform others about new participant and then inform new participant. Control C. Gonna be pasting it here. Let's see. Apart from this particular thing, I'm gonna be copying everything inside the slice. So let me copy everything all together. Control C. This is gonna be all about the slice first of all, and the second thing is gonna be all about the functions that I have written, like signaling functions, events listeners. So let me get all the event listeners as well from here. Control C, and hopefully it will be able to tell me the real issue. Okay, let's wait and watch. The issue is here. Where? So whenever I'm informing the new participant, at that time I'm setting the previous participants and setting the no, this is not why current participant changes when the new joins on the right side. The server emits inform new participants about others. So but this event should only be sent to the newly joined participant. If your server emits this to everyone, then host also receives it, and boom. So the code problem, dispatch this, and only if this event is received by the newly joined participant, only if the host receives. Let me give it the server code as well. Hopefully it will be able to figure it out. Control C. This should be the last thing. Like using these files and all, it should be able to figure out the issue, and then the problem can be on the backend side. No, overall things are right. My server is correct. The problem is not in this, so the bug is elsewhere. inside your client connect host, when I connect it to the host, dispatch set is polite. Why this is wrong? Dispatch set is polite and connection ID is a string. Oh, that should be the host, sorry for that. So could this be happening because of that error? I'm not sure. Let me correct this first of all. There's an error that I made, and thankfully it even told me about that whenever I'm connecting the host, so on the slice, and it could be that everything is just happening because of that. I missed one thing here. New participant connection ID is host. Not really. New participant is host, just like this. So if that's not if that is a host and new participant is host is true, then that will become false. So set is polite. It actually going to be false for the host. Okay, so this much is done. Let's check this thing out one more time. Let's talk, allow it of course, and let's simply run this. Reload the page. Unstoppable. Control C. Right now the unstoppable and current participant is unstoppable. Keeping it on the left side. Other users tries to join that. Right now that should definitely be unstoppable because everything, there is nothing, that's fine. And let's simply refresh it, and it's gonna be Vipendra. So I'll actually have to allow. As soon as I enter Vipendra over here, just the name got changed though. At that time meeting info is being changed though. I didn't even allow it. If I allow it, then this person becomes Vipendra. So the problem is somewhere here. Whenever I enter the name, right? So let's go ahead one more time. So here I am, and I'm gonna be keeping on the left side. Reload the page. This is gonna be A, and now as this is A, copy it, just paste it here. With just this much, the value over here actually becomes empty. Redux state meeting empty. Okay, in that case, whenever I just go to this meeting page, what am I doing? Inside this meeting page here, I am setting the info and getting the name. Even if the name does not exist and all, it should never run. So set meeting info simply sets name in action. Okay, sorry, name in meeting ID. In that case, if I just simply add the name here, now as soon as I reloaded this, it does not have the value, previous value, so meeting related information is gone. And even there are no events as such right now. Set the current user, that's it. Coming back to this one, this user even never joins. Okay, redux empty. It was not empty by default, but right now it is empty. I got A. I just simply copied it and I just simply pasted it here and entered. And then I'm prompted to just enter the name. Before even that prompt I get, something happens. And this is A. This is also A. Joining participant is B. Why is this becoming A for some reason? Joining participant is B. So the state of both of them is just the same. So let's do one thing now. As soon as the user joins and all, and whenever the connection gets established, so users are gonna be notified about each other. It's hard to believe on the state that's being shown right now. So instead of that thing, I'm gonna be just simply checking directly here. Simply checking in the sense, going to this signaling.ts, and inside this signaling.ts, when I'm actually informing others about new participant, at that time, just once everything is done, CLG, and first of all, what I need to get two things from here, from the stores. So const store dot get state dot meeting, and from the meeting I need to get the current participant, and I need to get the other users, other participants. And once I got them, current participant and other participant, I'm gonna be just simply having them like this. I'm going to copy the whole thing from here, and it will be pasted here as well. So let's go ahead like this. And what is the problem? Duplicate identifier. C O C O. Fine. And let's simply start running it. Coming back to this, let's simply stop this first of all. And as for this, the user is gonna be joining. This is actually gonna be A. So A is gonna be here. Set user, Control C. This is actually gonna be B. And now I will have to allow it, allow it, and now see what happens. So inform others about new participant, this, and this is the information I'm getting. So this is the new participant A that I have, and So A is the new participant and this is the array of the other participant. Is this what I'm getting inside Redux, or Redux is malfunctioning? Name B. So the result I'm getting and the state I'm getting, they are completely different. So it's like state is not working the way I'm expecting it to work. But at the end of the day, when I got everything here, so this object contains A and this array actually contains this. Okay, coming back to this one, set over here, informing others. So B and this should definitely contain A. So kind of the values are same. I don't know why it is not showing here as expected, but yeah, I do get them. Okay, as I get them, then now inside, whenever the meeting value changes, so I can come here inside meeting state and that inside media container, and over here whenever other participants changes, at that time other participant changed, right? So CLG other participants are gonna be other participants, just like this. So this is how it's gonna be going on, and now it's time to check that thing out. Fine, so close this, reload this, restart it ultimately, reload it, and this is gonna be A. So now I'm not gonna be depending on the state because I don't know, but the state is not showing the right things if I'm not wrong. So I have to change them manually, check them manually. This is gonna be B, and once I allow this, then let's see what's gonna happen. So as soon as I allowed this, other participants, so media container and other participants. So first of all, this gets triggered. Inside this I have B, and coming back to this one, other participants, it has A. So okay, fine. Going ahead, I just simply try to search it. So first of all, I had it at the top. At that time it was empty, then it became this, and then it never changed though. Okay, it got B, so that should be fine. As soon as it got B, okay, so the media should be added, answer set. Same is happening over here as well. So other participants, and what am I actually doing inside this is definitely getting called, but video element and stream. So now it's time to check the video element, CLG video element and CLG stream. I'm gonna be checking both. In order to check both of them, close this. Alrighty then, coming back to this. So once everything is done, and if I reload the page, I will be asked for the name. So let's reload it one more time. A and Control C, Control V. I will be asked for the name again. So let's enter the name here, B. And once everything is done, I will have to allow. Once I'm allowed, after that, other participants, this is the other participant section, and this is the video element that I got. So yeah, I did get the video element, but the stream was undefined. Wow, stream is actually undefined. So the stream I'm getting from local stream. So participant connection ID, this. So I do have the video, so no need to worry about that. But when it comes to stream, so that is actually undefined. So the question is, why is the stream undefined? Stream. So it's time to check the stream, and before even you check the stream, let's simply get rid of this one, reload this page. Gonna be in the same meeting, but sorry, reload the page. That's actually gonna be a Control C, Control V, and reload it. That's gonna be B. I have to allow. Okay, coming here, stream is actually undefined. Stream is undefined, that means there is no value as such. And other participants, whenever the value of other participants changes, at that time this will run, and before even that stream needs to be there. So in that case, what am I doing when the people joins? So socket.new participant about others. So how about here? Do I have the value of a stream? This is also undefined here, so that is the main problem. The question is, the value of the stream is undefined, and if I go to slicing here, first of all I'm changing the participants, and then I'm creating the peer connection. What I have to do, first of all create the peer connection so that you have the remote stream, and then add the participant. So this is something that I'll be doing here. So remove everything, and this, first of all let's remove this, and this particular section adding thing will actually come here at the end. So I'm actually gonna be keeping it here, and new participant, other participants, this dispatching thing, first of all let's remove this part, and Control X and Control V, so that at least because of this thing that's not gonna be undefined. But let's see, reload the page, and that's actually gonna be A, Control C, Control V, and that's actually gonna be B. And if I just simply allow it, stream is still undefined. Stream is undefined. Okay, coming back to this, create peer connection. Once the peer connection is actually ready, so forget about this thing. First of all, local stream. So get local stream. Get local stream simply returns me the local stream, and by default I get this. So over here I have to check whether this get ever called or not. CLG local stream. Okay, so let's check this thing out, whether this even runs or not. And if it actually runs, so at the end of the day, CLG RTP senders. It's time to check this thing. Get rid of this, reload the page. A, Control C, Control V. Of course, let's do this, and this is actually gonna be B. Allow it. Local stream. So before even this get called, in here I have the local stream, and local stream gets run, and this is the ID that I have. Whose ID is this? This is the ID of the current user. That simply means the another one. So this user that I have here, the ID of this user is what? The ID of this user is AAR. Okay, so I have it here. That's fine. And it has two things. It has the audio as well as the video track, and they are like this. So audio track is also there, video track is also there. So the question is, why is this undefined if the value already exists in RTP senders? The value exists in the RTP senders. What about the remote stream? They are the RTP senders, right? So RTP senders, the value gets added here. How about the remote stream that I have? So first of all, if I have the local stream, of course I have the local stream. So I'm just simply adding them to the remote RTP senders. They are added to. What about the remote stream? And when it comes to the remote stream, so inside media container, this remote streams that I'm actually getting. Okay, so these are set when I get an event. So remote streams, I'm not even sure whether this is okay over here whenever I get the track. So now it's time to check this thing. So let's get rid of this. RTP senders are there, that's okay, fine. Coming back to this one, remote stream on track, this will run. Or let's do it even better. This is how it's gonna be going on, and I'm gonna be checking whether remote streams actually exist or not, and then remote streams connection ID, if that is equals to undefined, and if then I'm gonna be creating a new media stream, and that stream will be attached to this connection ID. Now stream that I have, I'm gonna be adding the track as well to that particular stream. So let's get rid of this particular section, and the important part is gonna be CLG remote streams. Remote streams is gonna be remote stream right here, and I'm gonna be checking the value of the remote stream. Coming back to this, maybe I need to reload this one. That's gonna be A. Okay, I'm gonna be asked here. Reload the page. A post, and coming back to this one. Reload the page. This actually becomes B. I need to allow, and as soon as I allow this, so whenever this is allowed, so this particular section on track AAX, is this the ID? So console, so this is the ID of it. So I do have the stream at the end, and that is even added, but the thing is that by the time I needed that, when did I need it at the top. So add in this particular section I did not have it. So stream is actually added whenever I get the track. Okay, and stream is not added directly. The issue is this, that this stream is actually going to available for that particular user when this event is triggered, and it should not be like this. So what I have to do, as soon as the user actually joins, I'm going to have the stream, so that the value is not quite undefined, and later that stream can actually have the real stream. The value of the stream is null whenever the participants new participant join. Does it need to be that? By default, at least the stream can be there. Whether the value is something or not, that doesn't matter. So this particular section that I have, stream. I can add the track later. Okay, in that particular stream using this, but I'm going to create the stream as soon as the user joins. As soon as user joins means whenever the connection is ready. So let me ask this question. Let me cut this. Instead of creating the stream over here, just create the stream as soon as the user actually joins. So let me ask this question, and this should be just fixing the issue that I'm facing. Instead of creating the stream here, should I create the stream when the user joins so that it's accessible when remote streams are attached to video element, even if I didn't get any track yet. Let's see what it says about this. I think so this is how it should be going on, but I'm yet to be get it checked. Like I need to get it checked. Excellent. This is very important architecture. Short answer: no. You should not create a media stream when the user joins. You should create it inside on track. Let me explain. So why on track is the correct place. When user joins, pair connection is created, but no media has arrived yet. Remote side may not even have enabled camera and mic on, so at that time join remote streams connection ID. This would get an empty stream. That doesn't help. Actually triggers media availability. Remote media becomes available only when this happens, so that is the first moment when a track exists. The browser knows what kind of audio and video track is ready. So the proper pattern production ready is gonna be this, like do it here only. Okay, important improvements. So modern WebRTC already groups the tracks into a stream. So remote streams, if important improvements, instead of manually creating a stream, you can use event streams 0. So it will just simply give me the stream, remote stream. I'm just simply gonna be attaching that, and then I will be getting the video element from the video reps, and video element needs to be attached much cleaner. Or whenever the remote streams actually changes, at that time object entries remote streams for each. From the remote stream I will be getting the ID as well as the stream. Entries here. Once I get them, video element, if you UI renders video elements before tracks arrive. Video element, then add this, but stream should still. Okay, so let's do it. Ultimately, what am I gonna be doing here? First of all, this I don't even need to kind of create it again. Stream 0 will just simply get the stream from the event. I will be getting the stream directly. Apart from this particular thing, the problem that I've been facing, that is inside media container, the value of this stream is actually null. So whenever the participant changes, at that time I don't have to do it. Rather, whenever the remote streams changes, at that time I have to do it. First of all, this thing. So whenever the value of remote streams changes, at that time it needs to be added. And let's see now. I mean, I just changed one thing here, and the remaining things should be fine. I mean, once it is actually available, then I should not be facing the issue. Let's see whether it actually resolves that or not. There are better ways to handle it, but first of all, If it works, then I can move to those better ways. Otherwise, what? Reload it. This is actually gonna be a Control C, Control V, and reload the page. This is actually gonna be B. Allow it. It doesn't seem to be working here, but okay. But what about the value? What is the log here? That is, log is the stream, so just below that, streams. Remote stream not. So when this will be triggered whenever the value of remote streams changes, and the value of the remote streams changes here. And as the value of the remote stream changes, this never gets triggered. See, remote streams I'm getting from there, and this is actually an object. So whenever the value of that changes, so remote stream, this will not trigger. First of all, this thing I need to use the use state here, otherwise this is not gonna be working. And so this will until unless I'm just using what, it's better to just simply add the video elements there only. So I have video reps. Do I have them? Yes. Where do I have them? I have them inside this media container. Okay, just below that. Okay, so once I have my video reps, and they should be inside media manager itself. So instead of having this video reps here, local video reps, and this, I'm actually gonna be storing them inside media manager. So inside media manager, I have local stream, screen stream, and all. I'm going to have few more things. Let me just change it. So I'm gonna be having local video ref is okay, that is fine to be here. Or should I be moving it there as well? First of all, I need to move it there definitely. Let's simply move both of them. I mean, it's not needed of course, but as I'm saving everything, so I'm gonna be keeping them here. Once I've kept them here, after that they are reps, they cannot be here. Because they are use ref, so of course I cannot even send them there, so that is also a problematic thing. In that case, what another way do I have? There are few things that I'm actually getting here. First of all, whenever I get on track, like inside this peer connection, whenever this create peer connection, just below that, come on, inside this on ice candidate, whenever this on track gets triggered, at that time I have to add the video tracks. Like I have to add the particular stream to all those tracks, but the thing is that those tracks are actually reps. So over here inside media container, I have video reps, but these video reps are actually a use ref that can be only used inside a media like component. In that case, is there any another way so that this ref is actually accessible outside? When I'm initializing, remote streams, create peer connection. Okay, this peer connection is created there. Again, gonna be asking the AI only. I hope it will be able to give me a better structure. I have my remote video reps inside media container and on track inside peer manager. Now the question should be how should I manager dot ts. How can I get the value of video reps, remote video reps inside on track? Let's see what it says about this. Is there any way that I can actually structure it so that I'm actually able to access the value of ref? Okay, so remote video reps inside media content. This so you are asking how can I access the remote video reps inside on track? You should not access remote reps inside a peer manager. Peer layer and UI layer must stay separate. This is an architecture boundary. Okay, so why you should not access reps? Okay, fine. Handle WebRTC logic. Okay, fine. Correct architecture. Instead of peer manager video ref and source object, you should do peer manager remote streams store. So peer manager is actually gonna be storing the remote streams, and yeah, that is it is doing. Then React reads remote streams, attaches to the video. Proper solution is gonna be remote streams gonna be exported from here, and I'm going to add everything to the remote stream, and after that I will get the remote stream here, and this will be running every time. That makes sense. So now React controls DOM peer inside peer manager. Subscribe to remote stream. Inside peer manager, stream listener is gonna be this, and stream listeners this. Inside on track, I think first of all let's go with this much only. I hope this will work. So what am I supposed to be doing here? Inside first of all this media container, let's remove this dependency altogether so that it runs whenever something, it runs every time. So this is the first thing that I'm actually asked to do. And the another thing is that change the value of this media. So inside media manager, peer manager, coming back to this one on track, the value is actually gonna be changed though. Having said that, this can even be better in the sense I'm directly gonna be getting the stream. So instead of doing it like this, let's get the stream directly. So I can say this particular section will directly be getting the streams. So event.streams and 0th index, and that's it. No need for this to have. And remote streams connection ID, I'm gonna be adding it there directly. Let's see whether it has done that the same way or not. So coming back to this one, first of all I will get the stream directly, and then remote stream. I don't even need to add the track, that is just gonna be like that. Okay, that's fine. Event streams, and this is gonna be quite straightforward, so I don't even need to add the tracks right now. So this is gonna be like this, and okay, fine. Or to be even precise, const stream is actually gonna be this, and this stream is gonna be assigned here. So this is how I'm gonna be going on. As for this remote stream, I'm gonna be logging the value of it here, and let's check this thing in action. Coming back to this, reload the page, and A, Control C, Control V, reload this, and that's actually gonna be B. Allow it here. Once it is actually allowed, then I have the stream, but at the end, just above I don't have them. So initially I did not have them, so I will have to maintain a state. So that state is gonna be called, as soon as I get the stream, that state is going to be changed, as I already have my dispatch over here, so that's gonna be helpful. And that state is gonna be related to media, and over here I will have a state called have remote streams, has remote streams, or that's gonna be false by default. By default I will not have the remote streams, and this is something that I'm having to do. What can I do? Has remote streams, and that's actually gonna be boolean, just like this, and camera state and all, everything. Set has remote streams. It will be getting the state, it will be getting the action. Just after that, state dot has remote streams, and that's actually gonna be equals to action dot payload. So this is how things are gonna be going ahead. Set has remote streams, just like this, streams, and once this much is done, I need a comma here, and I will have to export it from here. So set as remote streams gonna be exported. Now I will be able to get that. So inside peer manager, as soon as I just set everything, dispatch set has a remote stream, and that's gonna be actually true here, and that's it. Once it is true, then no need to worry about anything. And inside the media container, where is that? That media container, inside this particular section, this is actually going to be dependent on what has remote stream, just like this, and I need to even get this. So const has remote streams is actually gonna be equals to use selector, and state dot meeting media dot has remote streams, just like this. The type of it is gonna be root state, just like this. Coming back to this, let's check this thing out again. Close this, reload the page. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen now. The value is actually gonna be, suppose the name is gonna be A, Control C, Control V, B, allow, and here we are. most probably this time it's gonna work. Welcome back. What the hell? I know there's a lot of reflection on my face, but it worked. Don't know, you no idea how much I struggled with this today. And the thing is simple. It wasn't getting the remote video stream, and by the time it was getting that this particular session, the remote video stream was undefined. And whenever I was getting the remote video streams from the other side, another peer side, so because that was not kind of a state or use rep, so I wasn't getting notified whether I got the stream and all. So I just simply made a state like this particular state over here has remote media remote stream, and this stream just simply keeps changing, and when it changes, that simply means I have the remote streams, and then it will be just simply adding the value there. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Similarly, if I turn the video on here, it will be here as well. Hello. The mic that is also working. So ultimately things are working quite well. And apart from this particular thing, if I actually try to share the screen, and suppose I'm gonna be sharing the VS Code, so going to be back there again, and this time even screen one problem is here. Screen sharing, I'm able to share the screen from host A side, but screen is actually not being shown there. Or no, who is sharing the screen? Host A is sharing the screen. So on the host A side, no, that's I'm able to share the screen, that works great. And apart from this particular thing, now whenever I start sharing the screen, at that time this host A screen should be changed, and that's it. And then of course I have to end the meeting as well. So for ending that, I will have to leave and all, but it does not work right now. So there is something yet to be done, but 3 weapons are here. Let's I can stop sharing the screen as well. So if I click on this, now screen share has stopped working fantastically. The thing is that working on this particular project, I actually ended up learning don't know how many things here. Had no idea about exactly how the things are structured, and right now okay with that. And of course I have to rebuild this project, and this is not done yet. I have to implement many functionalities, and not only those functionalities, I even have to add the chat section and some other stuff and all. So that is yet to come. So as for right now, let's simply call it here. It's already been I don't know how many hours, 3 hours seriously when I started working on this project. So it just kept taking time. Now I actually have to learn other things as well. So let's work on this particular project later in the sense maybe in the evening or maybe tomorrow, because I'm gonna be learning something else. Let me even show that I have an app code. This is gonna be done tomorrow, remaining things. So let me close it directly from here. Okay, it will automatically be closed. It is just simply saying that failed to connect and all. And even if I have stopped my server, I'm actually able to just simply talk. I have stopped, even I have closed my VS Code. Still my 2 browsers are connected, because WebRTC connection does not require your WebRTC connection does not require the server, right? Server is just for the helping function and like helping work, so that it helps you get the WebRTC connection established. Once the WebRTC connection is established, then WebRTC connection doesn't require anything. So that is why I'm still able to just simply get the things done and all, and I can even just stop sharing the camera. By the way, it is stopped because the localhost. Okay, kind of. This is crazy, and I actually have to work on a project that is just the app, not quite the difficult one. So kind of it is not that much easy as well. That is I built a project, just the project using a React Native, and I don't know React Native well, and that is why I just wanted to learn that, and I just started watching some videos on React Native. This was the code that I actually this is the project that I actually wrote with the help of the teacher, of course. How can I write it on my own? So this is the React Native code that I wrote for the React application and all. For that thing, I have to open this Android Studio to just simply check the result. I need to work on it. So after some time, I will be back and I will start working on this. Like I have to rebuild this particular project. That is the main thing. I stopped that really. It turns out that I'll have to pin it here. Okay. After that, virtual manager, start the emulator. Okay, this is the emulator that I have, and I hope the project is not running well. So I have to start the project first of all. And first of all, the goal is gonna be explaining the whole things, like exactly how the things are working here. And after that, npm start. I mean working on this project on my own. So that if I am rebuilding this something again, at that time I learn even more. As for React Native, I'm not good at it at all, right? This is the first time I'm actually learning React Native. So let me even show you the code. Just a minute. So if I just simply show you this particular thing, come on. I think it has. Can I reload it? Reload it one more time. It has opened that, and if I click on this, yeah, this is not working fine. In that case, as I have opened this, so what is the issue with this? Opening it to this, okay, that's fine. Let me stop it, start it again. Open Android, opening it on this, and it hasn't opened it, or what? I think it is trying to open that, but it hasn't opened it there yet. So in that case, I'm actually going to stop it. It's not going to be stopped, so let's close it directly. And once it is actually closed, then of course I'm gonna be getting the error. There is something bound to happen. Virtual manager, pixel, let's simply restart this. Coming back to this, I'm gonna be connecting to the Android again, and this Android is not even on, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so ultimately I think I'll have to create a new emulator, and I will have to turn that on. So as I'm already here, so let me even do that. This is not working for some reason, so let me stop it. Going to go here, and gonna be creating a new emulator altogether. Let's have this Pixel 9 Pro this time. Pixel 9a next, and the remaining things are gonna be just the same. I will just simply be finishing it. Pixel 9a I had earlier too, so this is the one I got again. Delete it. Gonna be getting just Pixel 9 or maybe Pro, and the remaining things are fine. Let's simply go ahead. So I have this Pixel 9 Pro. I'm gonna be restarting this, and let's see exactly what happens inside this one. Again, it is going to take some time, if I'm not wrong, to just simply initialize the Android and all, but let's see what's gonna be happening. I hope it's gonna be quick. Okay. Initially it takes time to just simply initialize the stuff and all. After that it will not take time and all. Why am my browser is stuck? I hope it's not gonna be stuck now anymore. Reload it. For some reason my browser is stuck too. Or maybe I'm actually handling many things at the same time. It is because of that. Network is good. Coming back to this, it is still being initialized though. So unfortunately I don't really have any other way except waiting for it to be initialized. Or maybe I can restart it. npm start. Okay. then opening in Android, fetching Expo Go. I think all these things are gonna be happening automatically, but let's see how it's gonna be going on. Pixel 9 Pro, so it just simply device is still booting, so this device is still booting, and because of that thing I'm facing this error. So let's do one thing, let it boot. I hope very soon it's gonna be open and all, and then I will actually start working on this thing, and that is yet to be done. Okay, so I'm gonna be back soon. Until then, take care. That is kind of booted, or has done that. Yeah, so right now it is almost done. So no, can't really say that it has booted. It's just simply just doing this stuff in the background. So let it be done. Now I'm gonna be back after some time, and then we'll start working on this particular thing, and by the time this device also be ready. So bye bye, take care, and see you soon.